My name's Stuart Dorman. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at Sabio. We're based over here in Asia and in the UK and in Europe. It's actually Sabio's 18th birthday tomorrow, in fact, and I started at Sabio 17 years ago. So I've been there for most of my working life, really. We are a contact centre specialist. That's how we started. We recognised the niche in the market, and for expertise around contact centre technology, that's how we started the business, and we've kind of grown it since, and we've expanded over here in Asia as well as across Europe. So that's kind of how I came into the industry. It wasn't really by design, it was by luck, I guess, finding the right organisation to work with, and I've grown with it ever since. Starting to meet customers where they're choosing to contact you. So I think we've grown up in an industry that's been dominated by voice. That's how we've communicated with businesses for many years now. But obviously the way, driven by technology mostly, the way that we communicate in our social lives and with our peers and our families has changed massively. We're using things like FaceTime, we're using messaging applications. So if you think about the way we use our phones now, voice is one of the last things we do on it. So I think organisations have been slow to catch up on that trend, but we're increasingly seeing organisations meeting customers on the channel of their choice now, whether it be messaging, whether it be video, other forms of communication. So I think for me, customer centricity is about allowing customers to choose the way that they contact you, and organisations responding to that and meeting them and allowing them to choose whichever channel they want to communicate. I mean, part of my role really is about identifying innovation and working with Sabio to bring that innovation on board, but also talking to our customers about the kind of innovations that we're seeing. I think one of the big trends that we're seeing at the moment is around messaging, growth in messaging, and that's actually what I'm going to be talking a little bit about tomorrow when I speak at the forum. For me, messaging, I communicate with all my friends and family using things like WhatsApp and messaging. It's the main way that I keep in touch with people, and we're starting to see some real innovations in that space now, around things like chatbots and virtual assistants as a way of sort of engaging customers, and a blend of that, actually, a blend of kind of chatbots and virtual assistants with real human agents, so kind of keeping that human touch involved, but supported with virtual assistants and chatbots to maybe front end the conversation, or even to hand over to a process like changing an address or something like that. So I think that's where a lot of the innovation that I'm seeing is going on at the moment. The key theme of my presentation is going to be around how Silicon Valley are disrupting customer experience. And what we mean by that is that if you think about the way that most of us reach out and communicate with businesses these days, we might start with a Google search, for example, and Google then have the control to, in many cases, to deflect the demand maybe directly into your call centre or to your website, or potentially to one of your competitors. So that's one example. We're seeing a big push from the social media vendors at the moment as well in terms of pushing messaging. Facebook, for example, WhatsApp, they're now starting increasingly to position themselves as as the point of contact, the point of choice for people to engage with organisations. I'm going to be talking a bit about that tomorrow as well. We're also seeing some real innovations in terms of natural language interfaces. So people at Amazon, Siri, the Amazon Echo device, really popular device in the US, was launched in the UK just a few weeks ago. We're going to see that rolled out globally. The big tech companies are investing billions at the moment in this kind of technology in terms of messaging, communication, natural language, and they're increasingly going to start becoming the way, the channel through which we communicate with organisations, and that's really the kind of key theme I'm going to be discussing in detail tomorrow.